The format is messed up because of my live yesterday with Parker. Give me a second.
I'll do it.
Hey, what's going on, James? Do you think that women need men to lead them? James, hello. All right, James is absent. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest, y'all. Make sure you hop in those requests if you think that women need men to lead them. We're gonna go and get the next guest up here, chat. All right, y'all. The next guest is loading in. Hey, what's going on, Tempest? Do you think that women? Oh, they left real quick. Hey, what's going on, Rhea? Everyone, welcome into the stream, y'all. If you think that women need men to lead them, let me know by hopping in those guest requests. We only have 4 guest requests at the moment, so if you do join now, you will get a chance to, you will get a chance to debate. Thank you so much for that ice cream cone. The next guest is loading in chat. What's going on, C-Bands? Thank you so much for that happy
No.
mustache. Hey, how old are you?
What, 13?
Oh my god. Child, go back to middle school. Go back to middle school. All right, y'all. Next guest is loading in. Make sure that if you do request, you are of age, y'all. Anyways, everyone, just give it a minute. Hey, what's going on, man? Do you think that women need men to lead them?
No. They're fat ass bitches.
Interesting, y'all. Anyways, guys, we quite literally just started off the stream. We haven't had a debate yet. If you think that women need men to lead them, hop in the guest requests right now. And everyone coming in, just give us a minute here. Typically, it takes about 3 to 5 minutes to get our first guest in here. But anyways, y'all, let's try to hit 50,000 likes. So tippity tap away on your phone screen. I'm not sure that we have any troll guest requests right now. But we'll keep trying it out until we get our first guest here. Chat, just give it a minute. Be patient. Hey, what's going on, man? Do you think that women need men to lead them? Thank you so much for the confetti pineapple. What's up?
Take me off, 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 and there's.
All right, I guess no one thinks that women need men to lead them. I'm sorry. Just give it a minute, chat. Just give it a minute, chat. Just give it a minute. Hey, what's going on, Carter? Do you think that women need men to lead them?
Meow.
Okay, why?
Meow.
No. So you just repeated yourself. So this is called circular logic. So you gave me your reason as to why you think women need men to lead them, and then I ask you why you think this, and then you just said the same thing. This is circular logic.
Meow, meow.
Bro, once I fucking get okay, well guys, he rage quit. He's mad. I don't know what these people are doing. Honestly, bro, he just God, guys, this is why I do this. I can't stand misogynists. Anyways, y'all, moving on to the next guest, y'all. Please only request if you do think that women need men to lead them. We're just looking for some debates, y'all. We're just looking for some debates. Yeah, WD in the comment section. The guy got absolutely steamrolled over. All right, what's going on, James? Do you think that women need men to lead them? Again, just like the last guy, bro. God, guy, I can't stand this. I can't stand this. Honestly, just go get some justification. You're woefully ignorant in the fact that you think women need men to lead them. You're just a misogynist, man. You're just a misogynist. All right, y'all. Moving on here. Language barrier? No, I speak 36 different languages, including feline. So, okay, y'all. Moving on to the next guest here. All right, guys. We're just trying to get some debates. Please only hop in the guest requests if you do think that women need men to lead them. We'll get a guest up here. I promise. Just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. Hey, what's going on, man? Do you think that women need men to lead them? All right, man. Well, okay, guys. Please only request. Logan, good to see you. Please only request if you do think that women need men to lead them, and you're not here to troll or just to leave. We're just looking for some debates, guys. And everyone watching, I promise, just give it a second. We will get someone up here. Hey, what's going on, Power Love? Do you think that women need men to lead them?
Yeah, I firmly believe that women need men
All
to
right.
lead them
Okay. Yeah. And now, what is your?
in several ways.
Okay. Now, why?
Several ways.
Why?
Well, because the man has an energy which is a positive force, you could say, and the female has an energy which is negative, not negative bad, but just a negative polarity. So
What the
a
fuck?
woman is open.
What the fuck?
Yeah, a woman is open to receive the forces of the man.
What the fuck?
What are you saying? You don't think that a man and a woman, but they both need each other. A woman needs a man in order to fulfill her
No, okay,
her.
so I'm okay. Now listen to my words a little closer. Sorry, I just got like sidetracked there. I'm not gonna lie. So you think that women need men to lead them, and you think this because women have positive polarities and women have negative polarities. What do you
No,
mean by a positive polarity?
well, it's just okay. Let's just say sexual energy. Okay, sexual
Sexual
energy.
what?
A man is positive. Okay,
What does this
um,
mean for a man to have a positive sexual energy?
because okay, you could say the man is the sword. A man is like a sword. Okay, that can enter into the woman, and the woman
I
can
mean, a woman could
know
also enter
herself,
herself into a man, right?
could know herself back, could know
So
herself well.
So
Yeah,
no, so
well,
this is crazy talk, right? So I mean, if like, would you say that the end goal of like sexual intercourse is going to be like reproduction?
the end goal, not really.
What
I
the
don't say
hell?
I don't say the end goal of sex is reproduction.
All right, bro.
The end goal of sex
Honestly, homie, I'm
is
just gonna
to
move on to the
destroy
next
blood.
guest. I'm just gonna move on to the next guest. Like, I've no fucking, bro. I've no fucking clue what that was. All right, we're gonna go and move on to PJ here. That probably just needs to take his meds. I'm gonna be so for real.
Oh, what's going on, PJ? Do you think that women necessarily
Certainly,
need men to lead them?
certainly sound like you need to take his meds.
Yeah, yeah. So do you think that women need men to lead them?
I think your statement is too generalized. I mean, that would depend on the woman. I mean, so there's men and women. There's men and women that choose to be led. There, and it just depends on the person.
What I'm asking you is, do women necessarily need male leadership?
Some men need to be led by women,
All right, yeah. So like, some people need leadership, but this isn't going to be women needing leadership from men.
but some women do.
Just
But okay, can they? Why must this leadership necessarily be fulfilled by men? Why can't it be fulfilled by another woman?
Well, I'm sure that it can be filled by another woman. Two
So
men
then,
can.
therefore, the women don't necessarily need male leadership.
They don't necessarily,
Sweet.
but they do.
Okay, so they don't necessarily
Just
need male
depends on the
leadership, but they do
individual. It's not
necessarily
something.
need male
It's
leadership.
not something you could generalize to try and
So
pigeonhole
give,
the
so
one
give me a case
block.
where a woman is going to necessarily need male leadership.
Maybe she wants it.
Well, so this wouldn't be necessary. Like, well, like a want or a desire doesn't like constitute like
Nobody needs to be
necessary.
led by anybody. I mean, you could lead
All right,
yourself.
sweet. So I mean, if that's what you think, then we're honestly on the same page. I appreciate you coming in here, man. Like, yeah, I think he was coming upon the right conclusion. Anyways, y'all, over enjoying the debates, let me know by tippity tapping away on our phone screens. Let's try to get up to 50,000 likes here. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest. Please only request if you do think that women necessarily need male leadership, y'all. We're just looking for some debates. We're just looking for some debates, chat. What's going on, John? Do you think that women need men to lead them necessarily?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay, can you go into another room? Like, I can't tell if like your wife is like screaming in the background or you're
Oh,
watching TV.
I'm so sorry. Give me one moment.
Like, I don't know if like you just got your ass chewed out and you're grounded for a week. Like, I don't. Like, I. Oh, hello, John.
Yes, with the male, women do need leadership, absolutely,
Okay, why?
because it's just a natural law thing. Like since the beginning, the male has always been like the protector of woman, and woman just follow. It's natural
I
thing.
see pain. Thank you so much for that pinata. I really appreciate you. So, yeah, it says who dictates this natural law?
It's just it's
It
just
just
the law of
is.
nature. It's
So are you
like the
saying just
law
like
of
what
nature.
we've observed in like the past in like tradition is like men leading women?
Yes,
Okay, so I appreciate you being honest, but like the question that I just asked you is it a tradition for men to lead women? And then you said yes, and this is your reasoning as to why women require male leadership. But I just kind of like walked you into this one because this is called an appeal to tradition. And an appeal to tradition is a logical fallacy in the form where we like use a tradition to justify the tradition. It's an is-ought fallacy. I mean, we could look at, philosophers such as David Hume that kind of explain this a little bit better than I can. You're basically saying, like, the way things are, or the way something is, and then, like, drawing these dotted lines between that and the way that things should be, or justification for the way that things should be. An example of this is going to, like, imagine this. There's a woman that wants to propose to her boyfriend, and then her friends are like, no, don't propose to him. He has to propose to you, because that's what the tradition, right? But, like, we don't actually have any justified reasons as to why she shouldn't propose to him and why he should propose to her apart from the tradition in of itself. And like that's not going to be like adequate justification for this idea. So now that we know that's a logical fallacy, we're just going to crumple it up in a ball and throw it out the window because it's absolutely and utterly useless. So now
But
give me like a coherent, logical, and rational argument as to why women need men to lead them.
okay, but look. It's just like the general law thing. Even animals, like let's think about animals. Like in most species, men are the leaders and like the females are the followers. That's just how a thing is. It's been like that since always.
Fallacy after fallacy after fallacy. So this is called a naturalistic fallacy. You're basically appealing to nature for the way that things should be. So even if this is the case, well, I mean, like, what else do we observe in nature? We view, like, a lot of lions graping their cubs. Like, a lot of, like, male lions will grape their babies. Therefore, should we grape our babies? No.
No.
Right?
Like,
We also like we observe like a lot of like horrendous things, right? In nature, but like this isn't going to justify the way that things should be. So like you can't appeal to nature in like one case where it may like agree with you and use it as justification. So far you've given me like an appeal to tradition and an appeal to nature, which are both like logical fallacies. So be better than that. Stop appealing give me like a justified like articulated argument. How about we just make it better, right? So tell me what attributes men possess that women do not possess that cause the men to be the necessary leaders.
okay, first, men's are like physically stronger overall. Like they are like we are overall smarter than women. We have like traits
Smarter?
that they don't have, yet smarter, stronger, and that's our thing is. We just
You're
lead
smarter and you're
by example.
stronger?
Like okay, let's say if
No,
men,
just name all the traits, John.
all I got is smarter and stronger. That's all
All
I
right,
got
sweet.
so far.
So let's start with the first one. Well, actually, we're gonna start with the second one, smarter. So that's just a fucking lie. Women are actually smarter than men. Women possess higher IQs at the 50th percentile than men. So then we'll go ahead and like just toss that one out. I mean, we can also look at like Harvard and Stanford and other institutions of like that do research on this. Like no, not one institution says that men are smarter than women. So that's just a lie. That's just misinformation. So then on the point of being stronger, right? So I have a few questions for you. Who's the leader, the president or his bodyguards?
The president,
You're saying okay. So the president's the leader. Who's stronger?
it depends on the person is, but currently, I say the
No, it
bodyguard,
doesn't. Who's stronger, the president or his Secret Service?
the Secret Service.
Who is the leader? The coach
that-
of
that-
an NFL
that-
football
that-
team, or the players of the NFL football team?
The players.
The leader. Wait, so the players lead the coach in football?
No.
So the coach is the leader?
Yes.
And
the
who's
coach is the
stronger?
leader. It depends. Like the coach might be stronger than his player. No, player might. Be stronger.
No, stop. Who's stronger?
Generally, you see.
No,
the
it's not generally. It's all time. It's all the time. Every single coach of every single NFL football team is going to be like weaker than the NFL players, right? So like anyway, so what we showed is that strength does not determine like leadership ability. And then if you said like the other one, like smart, so women are actually smarter than men. So like if you're gonna say that like women need necessary male leadership because men are stronger and stronger, stronger and smarter, and we showed like strongness or physical strength to not be indicative of leadership ability, and then like women are actually smarter than men. I mean, how do you feel about this? It seems as if like your entire argument has just been debunked.
Let's put it like this. Men, we do things that women usually won't do. That's why we're the leader. Like if we didn't exist, I say that society would
Like name one.
Like let's see. Most of the workers are men. Like
Wait, would you agree with the fact that if like women should lead men? Sorry, if you agree with like this idea, this societal norm that women require necessary like male leadership, and like men have to go out like provide and work while the woman stays at home and takes care of the kids, like the traditional way of thinking. Like of course that when this is like put into effect in a society or like held to be true by a large portion of that society, what we're gonna end up seeing is like more men working, right? So like you just like you have the societal norm that women should stay at home while the men go out and lead and provide. And then when you actually see this norm being in place in society, then you use like the fallout of that norm, aka less woman workers, as justification for the norm, and that's not going to work.
I don't believe so. Like, okay, let's
No, I like answer my question. Do you think that like men should go out and provide while the women stay at home?
yes.
Right? So this harmful prejudice, like unjustified, this harmful unjustified prejudice or social norm that women should stay at home while the men go out and work, right? So this is going to be something held by a lot of individuals in our state, and held by more individuals like 50 years ago. And like the fallout from this is that today we're going to see less women working, not because they can't work as well as a man, but because of the societal norm in of itself. So don't use the societal norm, don't use this prejudice, don't use these misogynistic ideas to justify this societal norm, the prejudice, the misogynistic idea.
It's not that they won't. I'm pretty sure they're not willing to. They'd rather stay home. Most women are not willing to go out there to work. They'd rather stay home and be provided for.
Right, again, because of societal conditioning, right? So this is going to be like a fallout of societal conditioning, right? And then like independent of one's willingness or one's willingness or unwillingness to do something, right? We shouldn't like hold this blanket idea that women require necessary male leadership because of this. Because like, would you say that like kidnapping is okay? Because like some kidnapping victims get like what is that? It's like it's a syndrome. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Where like they like feel as if their kidnapper is like saves them, protects them, like needs them. And then like on another point, not to mention that like one of the most common arguments used to try and justify slavery, Stockholm syndrome, and then like one of the most common arguments used to justify slavery a really long time ago, like in the U.S., was that slavery isn't bad because like the slaves, they need us. Like we're just like us like slave owners and white people are just making their life so much better by providing them like these necessities. Like they need us for this higher quality of life. Just like right now, like you can't really substantiate like the differences between men and women that cause the men to be the necessary leaders. And then your fallback is that like women need men because they don't want to go out and lead, right? So now tell me, if a woman does want to go out and lead, like why would she still require necessary male leadership?
I mean, okay, look. If a woman go out and choose to lead, like they will fall under male leadership because like usually they'll be working for a male because it's more male workers than women.
It's about 50-50. No, this is dude. This literally doesn't tell us anything. Tell us tell us the traits that men possess that women do not, that cause them to be the necessary leaders.
I mean, like I don't think it's any trait. I just think that it's just.
So if there's not any traits, then like they're not going to be the necessary leaders for any other reason than what's in between their legs.
Okay,
that's just misogyny. That's just misogyny.
Okay,
if you cannot point out like specific attributes that men have that women do not, that cause the men to be the necessary leaders of the women, like then you're just being blatantly misogynistic because you don't have any justification for this idea.
I just think that it's necessary. Let me ask you a question. What would you think?
So why do you think it's necessary?
Okay, what would you think would happen if like?
No, this doesn't answer my question. Why is it necessary?
Because it just is like if men.
It just is necessary. No. Do you understand how redundant that statement is? Why? So when I ask you why is male leadership necessary, you just say it just is. That's like the most idiotic, redundant like answer I've ever got to that question. Like you might as well just like wave around a flag that says I'm proudly misogynistic.
I think that's just how
try to justify this belief of yours.
I think that's just how society was built. I think that if men
and that's called an appeal to tradition is a fallacy. You're saying that society was built in such a way, society has operated like this in the past, therefore this is the way society ought to operate. No, this like the way that something has been will never justify the way it ought or should be. In the same way that our country was built on slavery. Does like the fact that our country was built on slavery justify that slavery ought to like be the case? It still ought to exist? Because that would be the fallout of the logic that you're trying to use right now. You're saying society was built in a way that had the males leading, and then you're saying like you're taking from that the males ought to lead. Do you see the confusion here?
No, but look, if men just stop leading women, what would you think will happen? That's my question.
Yeah. If men stopped leading women, and like precautions were like taken to like make this societal shift into like equity. Like the world would be better. Absolutely.
No, that would like okay. Precaution by who?
What's up? By humans, men and women.
Okay, no, wait. From my perspective, I think that like if
You gotta tell me why, bro. You gotta tell me why you think men should be the necessary leaders. Like literally, the only thing you've said is it just should be. That, bro, that's not a reason. Are you kidding me? That's just willful ignorance. So let me ask you a question. So you think that like men should be the necessary leaders, like just because, and like right? This is like what you think?
no, that's not what I think.
So then, what's your reason?
No. Like I said, I told you that's how society was built. Then you went back to slavery, which is like two completely different things.
No, not at all, bro. Not at all. You're
they-
basically saying that society was built in this way, therefore this is the way that society should be. Well, society was built upon like not just male leadership, but white male leadership, dude. Like both like women were oppressed and like not in the same, but in a similar fashion to the way that black individuals were oppressed, right? So like everyone was like under this authoritarian rule of the white man. Like don't get me wrong, like yeah, black people had it like 10, 100,000, 10,000 times worse than women did. But like this is still the same logic, right? So if you're gonna say that it ought to be this way because this is the way in which society was built, like you're gonna justify or like try to justify your misogyny, but you're also going to justify this racism.
No, look. The difference is slavery wasn't a choice, but like women choosing to be led by men is a choice.
Oh, so you think that women need necessary male leadership because it's a choice?
Yeah, like they can refuse to. It's a choice. It's their
Right.
choice.
So if a woman chooses to not want male leadership, does she require necessary male leadership?
If she chooses not to have male leadership, that's her own choice. She can do her own thing.
Yeah,
Like,
so then you don't think that women like require men to lead them, because if women required men to lead them, it wouldn't matter if the woman wanted or didn't want male leadership.
not understand what I'm saying. I'm saying is, it is a choice. Most women like choose.
Give me a study. Give me a study.
It's just
You're saying a statistic. What's your source?
I don't have any source. But
Yeah, you don't have a source. Like you don't have any reason to think that. Like you just said it yourself. I don't have a source for the statistic, but I'm gonna say the statistic anyways.
Okay, news comments. The average everyday woman, I think that they would rather choose to stay at home and have the husband working for
Yeah,
them
prove it.
than going out to do it themselves.
Then prove it. Give me a source.
It's not a joke. Okay, you have do you have a mom and a dad, right?
Yes.
Right. Which one goes out to work and which one stay home?
Yeah, so actually they both go out and work. My dad runs a geotechnical engineering firm, and my mom is the VP of a pretty large regional bank.
But that's just different. That's just you. But like
Bro,
most.
so no, come on.
Majority
Dude,
of
so no,
people-
you can't justify this,
What?
right?
No,
So
majority-
no. So like, dude, you can't justify women requiring necessary male leadership because of this societal conditioning that has like been put in place through years of like misogynistic treatment towards women, that women should stay at home. Like, bro, I'm gonna ask you one last question. Tell me what traits men possess that women do not possess that cause the men to be the necessary leaders. Come on.
Okay, what trait? Okay, like I was saying. Look, men or like leadership, like men are just physically strong overall. I already told you this.
Yeah, so is a gorilla a better leader than you?
Excuse me?
Is a gorilla going to be a better leader than you?
That is two different species.
No, why? It's physically stronger than you.
No, that is two
Wait,
different species.
I'm so sorry. So, what is a good president?
Okay, a good
Name one good president. Did you like Trump?
no.
Do you like Biden?
No.
Name one president that you've liked.
Okay, Obama was a good president.
You liked Obama? Yeah. Am I a better leader than Obama because I could bench press more than him?
No, that's just not one.
No, so then this just shows that physical strength isn't going to be like necessarily correlated with leadership ability. Like I've been working out for like 2-3 years. I could definitely bench press more than Obama. Absolutely. And therefore by this logic I should be a better leader than him.
No, strength is just one of the things. Like I was saying.
So then what are the other ones?
Being smarter is one of them.
So women possess higher IQs on average than men.
That's not true.
Yes,
Like,
it
what is
is.
your source?
Yes,
What
it
is your
is.
source?
Yeah,
What is
bro,
your
bro.
source?
Harvard, like Harvard, Stanford, bro. Like women at the 50th percentile possess a higher IQ and EQ than men, and this
No,
is
I
evidently
believe.
true.
No,
I just gave you my sources. There you go. So what's your next point?
I believe that overall men have higher IQ. I know. I
No,
seen
that's
that
just a lie.
overall men
What's
have
your
higher
source?
IQ,
What's your
and
source?
the highest IQ ever recorded of all time was done by was like a male.
Right. So do you think that you should lead your necessary? Do you think that you should lead your female counterpart?
Yes.
Right. But do you have the highest IQ of all time?
No.
So then, why did you reference this man with the highest IQ ever? Are you trying to
I'm just
Are
saying.
you trying to like
No,
steal the
no,
credit
what
for
you're
his
saying is not
achievement and his
true.
like
What you're
intellectual
saying
like
is not
ability
true.
just because you
Okay,
pee out of
look
the
it
same
up.
thing?
Look it up.
No,
Look it
listen. Are you like trying to steal credit for his like intellectual achievement because you pee out of the same type of hole that he did?
No, that's
Come
not.
on.
No,
So
no,
like,
no,
so
no.
like, if you think that you should okay. So what I'm getting is you think that you're the necessary leader of your female counterpart because the highest IQ ever recorded was in a man. Hello.
No,
What?
that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying overall, it's men have higher IQ overall.
Yeah,
Like
give
I
me your
don't know what
source.
I don't know where you getting
Give me
this.
your source.
Just look it up, man. Just look
I,
it up.
I already did. I already did. Yeah, Stanford, Harvard disagrees with you. Institutions of like science and research, analytics and statistics disagree with you. Like, bro, even your own these like far rights, so these far right like publications, disagree with you too. I mean, like there was this like misinformation put out by like one of these like far right publishers. I forget what it's called. Like about the IQ difference in men and women, and even their own misinformation showed women possessing a higher IQ at the 50th percentile. But it did show more male geniuses than female geniuses. But then it also showed like more male idiots than female idiots. So when it's all evened out, even like misinformation put out by like far right publishers will show no IQ difference between men and women when averaged.
I don't believe that. I'll have to look it up myself.
So then give me a source that says that. Okay, wait. Let's just look at this like empirically. If men are smarter than women, do you think that like violent crimes are smart?
No.
Yeah. So then why do men commit vast majority? An overwhelming majority of all violent crimes. We're talking about like domestic violence, domestic abuse, like school like mass shootings, school shootings, like violent extremism, terrorism, child abuse, animal abuse, like gun related crimes, cyberbullying with like threats of violence. Like why do men commit like vast majority of all these things? Why have men like started vast majority of all wars and genocides? Like why do men commit like irrational reckless activities more than women, such as like drunk driving, car crashes, or reckless driving, or gambling, right? If men are smarter than women, then why do men abuse substances more and self-unalive themselves more? If men are smarter than women, then why do women invest in the stock market smarter or in more consideration to the long term than men? Like name me like one empiric of that would like show, or like name like one like empirical data point that's like an irrational decision that is like overwhelmingly women.
Can't name them.
Yeah, you can't. But I just named you like 23 that are overwhelmingly men.
I'm not.
If men are smarter than women, then why do women perform like vastly better in academics? Graduate from high school at higher rates, graduate from a 4-year college at higher rates.
Oh,
Like
no.
the masters and PhDs too.
Look, at that point, I think that women at that point get treated like better than men. Like when it comes to like education and all that stuff, women get treated better overall.
So, okay, well then the result of this is still going to be women being smarter. So like I'm not gonna like I don't think that's true, but I can just accept that, and the end result will still be that women are smarter.
It's not that they're not, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But like,
Wait, you don't believe that women are going to be smarter in academics when they literally perform better in academics? Hello? What?
They don't perform better. I think they have better.
Wait, no, that's
adventures.
misinformation.
They literally do have better adventures than men. They have more opportunities. I think that.
You
Yes,
think
they do.
women have more opportunity than men?
When it comes to education and stuff like that, yes, they do.
Yeah, source?
And you have to look, if you look it up.
Yeah, you don't have a source.
But like I was saying.
Yeah, so you don't have a source. You just said something, but like with no like reason to believe it.
You will have a source. Like you, common sense. You look it up, you will have a source. But
wait, no, do it.
But like
do it.
Look.
No, literally do it right now.
Can't right now. I'm on my phone.
Yeah, so you can't do it. You can't look it up.
But look,
I would do it if I was sitting in front of my computer, but I'm sitting in a hotel room right now.
now I'm on my phone. If I leave, I'll get disconnected from the live probably.
Yeah, so like no, that's just an unjustified claim, unsubstantiated claim. But we'll wait. No, go on pause, look it up, find me a source.
No, but like I was
No,
saying,
no, seriously, go on pause and find me a source. Like, I'm dead serious.
You can just look it up yourself later.
No, no, John, go on pause and find a source to substantiate your claim. You said it's commonsensical, and you're gonna, like, do it with ease.
If you go, I'm pretty sure you'll find some.
Yeah, so do it right now. Go on pause.
I can't.
Yeah, you can. You have 5 minutes before you time out because of TikTok. Go on pause and do it.
I can't. But my
Why
second,
can't you?
If you let me.
Why can't you do that, John?
I can't. I am on my phone. Like,
right. I'm on my phone too. Right. So like, swipe out of the TikTok app and go to Google. It's not gonna disconnect you.
You can do the same thing too if you like. If you want to find it.
Yeah. So, but John, I'm asking you to do it because it's your claim. Give me your source.
You can just go. I don't. Okay. Currently,
no, John, find me your source. Or I'm gonna move on to the next guest. Literally, like it's come on.
Currently,
no, John, go on. Why not?
I just can't. I can't. Like currently, I can't. But let me get to my second.
Why can't you?
Let me get to my second.
No. Why can't you?
Let me get to my second.
No, don't tell me why you can't.
Okay, I just can't.
Why?
I'll have to go look it up and find a good source that is reliable.
Right. So go take 5 minutes and do that.
I'm pretty sure it will take me more than 5 minutes.
Wait, you said it was commonsensical.
But still, though, to find a reliable source to get you like real proof and real evidence, it will take more than 5 minutes.
Okay, so then go take more than 5 minutes.
It will disconnect. Like it will literally disconnect.
So you can't. So what I'm hearing is you're starting with this belief with like no reason to believe in it, like no substantiation to like any degree whatsoever, and then you just like you said it with like confidence, hoping that I would just glaze over it and accept it to be the case, and then when you were given pushback on like the truth factor of it, you got scared. Now you can't find your source. You don't have a source. You don't have any reason to believe in what you believe in. And this is going to be like more indicative of like this unjustified like prejudice that you hold against women compared to like a rationalized belief or position.
Okay, but let me get to my second point though.
Yeah, make your second point.
But like I was saying though, like, okay, the overall reason like why women need men to leave. Let me ask you this question: like, who do you think like who built like the world and stuff? Like, who built society? Like, who built houses, the building, like
humans,
the economy? Like, it's mostly men. Everything in that is mostly men. The government is mostly men.
Who gave birth to all those men that built all these things apparently?
Just because you give birth.
Yeah, right. So just because you could build doesn't mean that you're a leader. Wanda, I appreciate that $50. Pineapple, thank you so much. So like now let's get this straight. So do you think that we should like live under like a construction worker supremacy? Right? So if you're a construction worker and you build things, like you should be the leader of all. Like it's not actually like men leading women, it is the construction workers leading everyone else.
I'm just saying like overall men okay.
So tell me why you're gonna be a better leader because like someone's grandpa was a construction worker and built like a skyscraper.
That's not what I'm saying, bro.
That is what you're saying.
I'm saying.
What have you built?
Okay, look.
No, John. What have you built?
I'm not saying me.
No, John. Tell me what you've built. Because John, you told me that you would be the necessary leader. No, listen. You told me that you'd be the necessary leader of your female counterpart. And then your reason as to why men should lead women is because that men have built everything around us. So, John, what have you built?
I'm not saying I say like. Okay,
so then what you're doing is like you're saying because these other people that also pee out of a cock, like built these things, and that this somehow makes them leaders. Like I'm also gonna be a leader. I'm just gonna like steal their credit for it. Like, do you understand like how dumb that sounds?
Okay, look.
Like it's like the most idiotic thing I've ever heard.
It's really not. It's really not.
What? So tell me, what like attributes you have that your female counterpart doesn't have that causes you to be the leader?
I'm not saying that. I'm just not.
No, tell me. No, tell me the attributes that you have
I wasn't talking
that
about
your female. No, tell me. You said that you'd be the necessary leader of your female counterpart. What attributes do you possess
But
that
no,
that woman does not
you're not
possess?
listening to my point. My point,
I'm asking. I'm asking you a question,
and you're not you're not
bro.
letting me
Answer my question, John.
I'm not, look. I already said it already, but like I was saying though,
Strength.
like I was saying, no,
You
you're
said
not
strength,
letting me-
right?
You're not letting me my point.
No, you said
You're not
strength,
letting me-
right, John?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
No, John. Clarify. Did you say strength?
Yes, I did say that.
Right. So then, I'm stronger than Obama. Am I a better leader than Obama?
No, you're not.
Yeah, right. So then,
That
why
is
didn't you
just
say
one.
strength that would be
That is just-
indicative? No, bro. So John, you said that strength is going to be indicative of leadership ability, but yet I'm stronger than Obama, but I'm not a better leader than Obama.
Strength is just one.
Okay, what's the other ones?
But like you didn't let me get my point though. We already had this conversation. We didn't get my point though. Okay, let me ask you this question.
No, you just breezed over it.
Let me ask you
I
this.
I let you breeze over it, dude.
Let me ask you my question.
Ask me a question.
Okay. The government system we have today. Who built that? Mostly, who built that?
White men.
No, it's not white men. They're men, right? It's
No,
men.
white men. White men built
Is
it.
that men? No, I'm not talking about in this country specifically. I'm just talking about in general, like in the whole entire world.
I don't know what answer you want, but like I'll just say men. So like I mean I could say men and still win this debate.
Like the economy is mostly built by men. Like
Yeah.
everything around us, like
Okay.
like every.
Yeah, so this is
discussion-
again just an appeal
No,
to
no, no,
tradition.
no, no.
You're saying like this is the way that things have been, therefore this is the way that things should be, right? Or like you're basically saying that this like couldn't be the result of like societal like conditioning, or like these prejudices held against women that like they're weak and nimble and then shouldn't go out and build, invent, or do anything and should stay at home, right? And this was the reason that men built these things, was because of these societal norms and these prejudices against women, and then you're conflating that to the justification for these societal norms, prejudices against women. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? So this is why I'm asking the question of what traits did these men possess? Like these men that went out and built everything, what traits did they possess that the women didn't? This is why I'm asking this question.
I already answered that. I'm just saying that men are just willing to get into more dangerous situation and do more stuff that women are not willing to do. Let's say a war.
I mean, no, you're not
let's say a
wrong.
war was
No,
to happen.
so you're not wrong, but I don't think
all
that this is
men.
going to be like indicative. I don't think that this is going to be indicative of like a good leader, right? So like if like men are more likely to get into dangerous situations, like gun related crimes, child abuse, animal abuse, domestic violence, extreme violence, like terrorism, like school shootings and mass shootings, like homicides, genocides, wars, drunk driving, reckless driving, car crashes. Like bro, I'll keep on going all day. Like but like one's willingness to like not engage in these like specific things isn't going to be indicative of like their leadership ability at all. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, why should we let these individuals, or why must these individuals that possess this higher degree of irrationality and risk taking be the necessary leaders? Like, that's counterintuitive.
It's just like them doing that have ups and downs. It got like a good side to it and it got a bad side to it. It's like it's just balanced.
So then, what's the upside of it?
Okay, the upside of it, like I was saying, they built the world. We got a good, did
Can you show me that wasn't the result? Can you like prove to me or give me some type of articulated argument that would show that wasn't the result of societal conditioning? No, you can't. Yeah, you can't.
Okay, you're not getting though. Like, I'm just saying though, like, men are just leaders overall. We're willing to do stuff women are not, and that comes
Wait. Men are just leaders overall. Why? How do you know this?
That just because we're willing to do things that women would not.
How do you know this?
With good things.
How do you know that to be true?
It's just common sense. It's just
no. So this isn't. I thought it was commonsensical that like women do not need necessary male leadership. Not to mention that it's common sense, right? So you're appealing to the sense of like the majority of a populace, which is just another logical fallacy. It's called an appeal to popularity, or it's called an appeal to popularity. So there's like another error. There's another fallacy, bro. Like, why should we let like men like you Or why should men like you be the necessary leaders if you can't like have a debate, like an intellectual debate with me without using all these fallacies, unsubstantiated, unfounded claims? Like you said that men are smarter, but you are one of like the most like ignorant, unsmart individual I've probably ever talked to in my lives. Like hello? Like what?
You're just not listening though. I made my point.
What's your IQ?
I never got it tested. I don't know.
What do you think it is?
I would, like I said, I don't know. Never
No,
got
take
it
a guess. Take a guess. What do you think your IQ is?
I'm not sure. Like I was saying, I think that's
No, like I said, take a guess.
I'm not sure. Like I was saying.
What's the average IQ in America?
That I'm also not sure.
Yeah. What's the highest IQ ever recorded? You don't know, right? So this is so funny. The reason I'm asking these questions is because like earlier you're saying that men have higher IQs than women, yet you don't. What does IQ stand for?
Excuse me?
Do you know what IQ stands for?
No, I do not.
Yeah. So you said that earlier, like a reason as to why like women require necessary male leadership is because they have higher IQs. You don't know what the average IQ is. You don't even know what IQ what IQ stands for. You don't know like the average IQ of a man. You don't know the average IQ of a woman. You don't know the highest IQ ever recorded. You said it was by a man, but you couldn't tell me what it is. Like, bro, like, who am I debating right now? How old are you?
I'm 18. Turned 19.
Yeah. So tell me why. Tell me why women require this necessary male leadership.
Like I was saying though, but I said that men built society. I think that they should lead it.
White men built our society. Do you think that white men should lead it?
No, it's not white men.
No, it was. No, it seriously was.
Okay, what is your
seriously was, bro.
proof that
Are you
white
kidding
men
me?
built it?
Bro, are you kidding me? Hello? Then also, women didn't build our society because they were deemed as property of marriage and they couldn't work, they couldn't vote, they couldn't go out into the world. Or like at the advent of the United States and America. In the same way that like white men built society because like under the Fugitive Slave Clause of 1781, they were also deemed as property of their slave owners.
I'm not talking
Like, right?
about just
So like these are the
America.
reasons that we didn't see like black men in power, and these are also the reasons that we didn't see women in power.
I'm not
So
just
like
talking.
if you're using this idea that whoever built the society should be the one to lead it, well, okay, you could use this to try to justify your misogyny, but it's also going to justify racism. And you said that you thought that like Obama was the best leader we've ever seen, right? So like obviously you do not find this to be true. You're not a racist, therefore, by this same logic, to not be contradictive, you also shouldn't be a misogynist.
But no, I'm talking. When you say white man built society, you're talking about America only.
That's society.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the whole world overall, not just America. Every country in the
Yeah.
world.
So are you? There's been like matriarchies, right? So are you gonna say like what? Like there's been matriarchies for sure.
But look, but when you say it's just white, okay, slavery wasn't like slavery.
Okay, so yeah, you're just gonna like brush over the fact that I told you there's been matriarchies. That's funny.
But but you're not listening to my point though. I said that men
No,
built it.
because your point is an is-ought fallacy.
No, I said men built it and they should lead it. Then you said white.
Why
men.
should they lead it?
You said white men. I'm saying that white men didn't build society overall. That's what I was saying.
All right. So if they built it, why should they lead it?
Because they built it. They deserve to
Right.
lead it. It's like
So if you build something, do you deserve to lead it?
yes, if I built something, I would like. I
Okay,
think
did
that
you
I
build
would
society,
deserve to
John?
be a leader. I didn't build society.
Okay, so then why should you lead it?
I'm not saying I'm
No,
saying
you said
men.
I, John, would be the necessary like leader of my female counterpart. So you did.
Oh, now I'm saying in my relationship. I'm not saying the word. I'm saying in my relationship.
All right. So why should you lead your relationship? Like necessarily lead your relationship?
Okay, right. Why should I think I would lead it? My relationship.
Yeah.
I just think my relationship. I think I should lead it because like I'm the man of the relationship, and that's just how I was raised and how thing is. Yes, I think that's why I think I should
So
lead
if
it.
you're raised to like believe something, this is gonna give justification for that belief being true.
Not always. but mostly.
Why?
Yes.
Why? Okay, so yeah, if I was raised to think that like murdering people was okay, would I be justified in thinking that murdering people's okay?
No.
So then, if you are raised to think that men are the necessary leaders, are you justified in thinking that men are the necessary leaders?
Uh, no. You would have to
So
like.
therefore, you have this unjustified belief that you got by the way that you were raised that you have to be the necessary leader. And I mean, you just said it yourself that it's unjustified. At least you know that.
Look, okay, my belief is like once you okay, let's say you have a belief that you was raised with, you like for you to deem it to be wrong or right, you have to like
Have logical
experience.
discourse over it. Like actually, like critically think, right? So
Yes,
what is your critical thought that would be indicative of men being the necessary leaders?
okay. From my perspective, it's like okay. I keep bringing up that's how it's been in the beginning, and you keep saying that.
That's an appeal to tradition. It's a logical fallacy. Like
Okay,
literally.
and what
Like look up logical fallacies, appeal to tradition.
okay, and
Hello?
what is necessarily wrong with that? What is wrong with that?
Because it's a logical fallacy. That's what's wrong with that. It's a fallacy to use in like a logically constructed argument. It makes it illogical. Because like the way that something was won't justify the way that it was. Just like the way that something is doesn't justify it being that way. Like if the way that things were in society, if our founders of the founders of society were just like ruthless unalivers that murdered innocent people, and this is true of some societies, would that justify people later in that society being ruthless unalivers that like kill a bunch of people? No.
Oh, but it's just like
Exactly. So like the way that things were will never justify the way that things ought to be.
as far as you go, like every society you see, it was built by men and been leaded all the time since the beginning. So if
Yeah,
it was
right? Because like in every society that we've seen since the beginning, at least
yes,
a vast majority of them, they've held the same unjust prejudice against women.
right.
Right? So now justify that prejudice.
But look, like if it was wrong, I'm
No,
pretty
so
sure.
now justify it being right.
No, I'm saying though, if it was wrong, I'm pretty sure they would have stopped it long time ago. Just like slavery was wrong, right? Right, and then this eventually it's got stopped. They deemed that it was wrong, and it
Yeah,
shouldn't.
so no, we had Jim Crow laws until the late 60s.
Yes,
Right?
I'm aware of that.
Just like yeah, so just like now like women got the right to vote in the 20s, yet they still face like this societal inequity. So like bro, this is the most like BS thing I've ever said. Or sorry, the most BS thing I've ever heard, right? You're so slow. This is crazy. You're like, "Oh, if it was wrong then it would have stopped." So, are you saying because like I don't know, like the Chinese state like just ruthlessly like unaliving people, like the genocide's happening in China right now, they're not wrong because they didn't stop?
No,
Right? So it seems as if something can be wrong if it exists in today's day and age.
yes, something that is just yes, it can be wrong. Yes,
Right? So then this idea that men must be the necessary leaders can be wrong. So now like prove to me that it isn't wrong by giving me your justification.
all right.
No. I've seen that to my chat. Keep the charger.
Go ahead.
Like I was saying though,
Bro, no, silence, bro, silence. Like, you understand that I usually have like 2,000 to 3,000, sometimes 4,000 viewers. Like, I have like a quarter of my regular amount of viewers because of just how like insufferable and wrong you are. Like, bro, like actually silence. Like, do you want to give me a confluent argument?
I did.
What? Which was?
Which was that, like I think from my perspective, I could be wrong, but I think from my perspective, since that's how it always been, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It should stay that way.
Okay, so if something has always been, then it should stay.
No, I'm just saying I don't.
No,
think
well then why? Wait, no, you just said that. You just
I
said that.
think
It's
from
the
my
way it's
perspective,
always been. It should stay that way. Then
yeah,
I ask
it's
you,
always
if something's
been.
always been, should it stay that way?
No, I
And you
say
say
it's
no.
always been, and I don't think it's wrong.
Okay, why don't you think it's wrong? Like, Give me your justification as to why it's not wrong.
Okay, okay.
Justify it.
I'm saying though, there is nothing wrong in men leading women. There's like nothing wrong at all. Like,
Right.
what is
So would
one
you
thing?
deem like this like rights infringement like
Okay,
on
okay.
women saying that they now
What is
listen.
one?
So now
What
listen,
is
now listen, now listen,
no,
now
no?
listen.
Listen to
So what
me.
you're saying that there's nothing wrong with a totalitarian
No,
rule
no, no,
of
no.
one like subset of community like one subset of humans based off of what's in between their legs and this totalitarian oppression on the other. Like you don't have any reason for this, but like all women, everyone with XX chromosomes should be at the totalitarian rule of the hand of a man, and you don't have any
I'm not.
reason to justify why this is the case, but there's just
I'm
like
not talking though.
nothing
Like
wrong by this.
there's nothing wrong with. What is one bad thing that have come from men leading women? What is one bad thing that have come
Oh
from?
yeah, quite literally every single war, every single genocide, the rights infringements committed on women. Women didn't have the right to vote. That's terrible. Women were deemed as property of marriage. That's terrible. Yeah. What about like honor unalivings? So like in a lot of societies all around the world today, what we see is like societies just like slaughtering women and calling them honor unalivings. That's pretty bad. How about FGM, female genitalia mutilation, which is where societies will like mutilate the genitalia of young women so they're pure. That's absolutely terrible. In Afghanistan right now, where women are truly at the totalitarian rule of the men around them, they can't go to school past 6th grade. That's crazy. What about Saudi Arabia, where like a woman quite literally has half the rights of their male counterpart? If a woman goes outside without her husband or covered head to toe, under some parts of Saudi Arabia that operate under the Sharia law, she could be killed for that. Is that not wrong? What about the fact that men commit vast majority of domestic violence? Rapes, assaults. Hello? Battery, what? How are these things not wrong?
Okay, let me.
You told me to name one and I named 20.
Let me. Okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, I think that it is not wrong for men to lead women as long as the woman have like basic rights and the needs are met.
So, why? What traits does that man have that that woman doesn't that causes it to be that way?
Because it was just that's how it's been. There's like no
No,
reason.
answer the question. What traits does that man possess that the woman doesn't?
There's like no trait. It's just that
Okay, so then it's unjustified. So the man doesn't possess any traits that the woman doesn't that would cause him to be a better leader at all, but like he should be the leader. Necessarily be the leader. But like he doesn't possess any traits that the woman doesn't. He just should be the leader because of what's in between his legs. That's crazy talk, bro. Are you kidding me? That's like actually insane. I feel terrible for your mom, your sisters, your family, your grandma, all the women around you.
no, you're not. You're just not getting my point.
No,
You're
you're
not.
just a narcissist. That's like that. If you want to know what you are, you're like an ignorant, like you're narcissistic. Like these aren't tendencies of a real or an alpha male. These are narcissistic tendencies.
No, you're not getting it though. From what you think I'm saying is that men should just lead women and women should just listen to everything else that they had to say and that they have like
Do you have any
all
final like
power,
closing thoughts here?
like they have all power over women. But what I'm saying is that as long as the men provide for the woman, give them basic rights and just don't abuse them any type of way, men should have right to lead them.
And
It's
what I'm
like
asking is why?
it's just how it should be. It's like the
Why?
president. It's like the president of the people. If the
Why?
president is abusing his power and stuff
Why?
like that,
Why should men have this power over women?
cause I just think that
You just
we
think it?
do. No, like
That's not justified.
It's cause like men do more than women. So I think they should have that right.
Such as?
Such as like I was saying, they build the economy, they built the justice system we have, the government, and almost everything.
Which one of these did you build? Because you said that you should be the leader over, like, you're a woman.
No, that is my personal relationship. That is my
Well, so then it seems as if this isn't the actual justification. If you're still applying this blanket rule of like necessary male leadership, but you do not fit this criteria of having built one of these things.
yeah, I'm saying men overall.
So then why, like, men overall?
Okay,
All right.
look.
Well, let's look at one man specifically. You. Why should you be? Why should you be the necessary leader over a woman? Bailey, thank you so much for the galaxy. I really appreciate it.
No, I'm saying I should be the necessary of a woman for my relationship.
Yeah. Why?
I'm saying that is my personal preference.
Yeah, and why? Like, justify the preference.
I already told you that is how I was raised, and I think that there's
So
nothing
that's
wrong
not
with it.
justification, because you agreed with me. If I was raised to thinking that murder was okay, it wouldn't be justified.
No,
So
I
just
think
being raised into something doesn't justify the belief that you were raised into,
no,
right?
no.
So,
you're not
like, no, you agree to
didn't let
this,
me
right?
finish. You
In the
didn't
same
let
way
me-
that if you're raised into
you
thinking that,
didn't let
like,
me
you must
finish.
be the necessary
You
leader
didn't
of
let me
women,
finish.
this isn't going to justify it.
You did not let me finish.
No, I'm just, bro, I think quicker than you.
Like I was saying though, like that's how I was raised that way. And now when I think about it, I
Yeah, so
think
now justify
there
you being
is
raised
really
that way.
nothing wrong
No, no,
with
no.
it.
Tell me
No,
how
there
you
is
being
really
raised
nothing
that way.
wrong with it.
No, tell me how you being raised that way. Thank you for the hand hearts.
No, I
Justifies
was raised
it.
that way, and I think there's really nothing wrong
Yeah,
with it.
well, yeah.
as
So,
long as I
bro,
don't
so like, yeah. So
abuse-
justify there being
abuse-
nothing wrong with it, right? Justify there being nothing wrong
You
with
not letting me
necessary
talk.
and
You not
total
letting
male
me talk.
leadership.
You not letting me
No,
talk.
no, 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 John.
No,
We
no,
already
no.
went over all the
You're
things that
not
are
letting
wrong
me
with it.
talk.
No,
You're not
no,
letting
John,
me
I need
talk.
you to listen.
You
We
are not letting
already,
me
we
talk. No, you need
already
to
went
listen. You're
over.
not letting me
Now
talk.
listen,
You're not
stop
letting me-
talking, bro. No, look, I'm your necessary leader, John. I'm your necessary leader. The thing is I could put you on timeout. I could silence you. I could like make you stop talking by clicking the mute button. I'm your necessary leader, right? So now, as your necessary leader, you listen to me, right? If you're saying there's nothing wrong with necessary male leadership, but then we look all over the world and we see things like women having half the rights that men do in Saudi Arabia, or like women not being able to go to school past 6th grade in Afghanistan, or honor unalivings being like partaken in pretty much every society over the course of our history, where women are just sacrificed for no reason at all, or FGM, female genitalia mutilation, which is where like young women have their genitalia mutilated. These are really bad. Or if our own country, where women were deemed as property of marriage at the advent of the United States of America and had no legal right to vote until 1920. This is terrible. Or what about today? Like, a woman does not have equal opportunity to a man in these traditionally male-dominated fields. Just look on Wall Street, bro. Fuck, I have a cousin that works on Wall Street. She's a woman working in this male-dominated field that has been male-dominated traditionally, and she has less opportunity than a male counterpart. Right? So this is going to be like an anecdotal like realization of the societal norm in which you're perpetuating, right? So what about the pay gap, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. What about the pink tax? These are all like bad things that are a result of this like societal prejudice of necessary male leadership, bro. You understand this, right? So when you say there's nothing wrong, you're just like lying.
I'm saying there's nothing wrong. You're not listening. I'm
How
saying
do you
that
think none of those things are wrong?
as long they don't abuse that power, that's not. You're not.
Why should they have that power? So like, look, actually, I have a better way of attacking this, right? So I want to show you how like bad your belief is. So, right, what if I was raised in a household where I was taught that women should be like the necessary leaders of men, and there's going to be nothing wrong with this like leadership ability? Am I going to be justified in thinking this?
As long as you like think about it and have a valid reason, yes. Okay, let me.
So what's your
me ask you
valid
this
reason?
question. Let me answer this
No.
question.
So what's your
Let me
valid
answer-
reason?
let me answer
What's your
this
valid
question.
reason as to why women should require necessary male leadership?
Okay, let me ask. Look, let me
No,
you-
answer
let
my
me ask-
question.
let me ask
Literally
you a
answer my
Let me
question.
ask- let me ask
Literally
you a
answer my question. Literally answer my question.
You're not letting me talk.
Then, well,
I'm asking
I want to
questions.
let you respond. Answer my question.
No, but you're gonna let me ask a question. Okay,
No,
let me
no. You said as long as I have valid reason. So tell us your valid reason as to why you should be the necessary leader of your female counterpart.
I already did.
No, you
But-
didn't.
Yes, I will.
You know, you just said the way that you were raised. That's not a valid reason.
And okay, let me ask my question though.
No. You can't just pivot from this. You said that I could like be justified in thinking that women should be the necessary leaders of men if I was raised that way, and there's nothing wrong with it, if and only if I have a valid reason. So give me your valid reason that would make it the case that you should necessarily lead your female counterpart.
I already answered this question. You
No,
asked
you
me the same
didn't.
question like
No,
three
you
times.
didn't. No, you didn't.
You asked me the same question like
Answer
3
the
times.
question, Bailey. I appreciate the sunglasses.
Okay, I'm gonna answer the question. I think that, like I was saying, from my opinion, from my perspective, that there's nothing wrong with it. I already answered that. There's nothing wrong with it as long as they don't abuse the power and that
Right.
they don't assault women. And
Right.
I think that they have that right
So,
because
dude, this isn't
they
a
have
valid
that right
reason.
because they earned it.
Bro, this isn't a valid reason. What did I ask you? What did I said if I was raised to think that women should be the necessary leaders of men, and they have this right because there's nothing wrong with it, if and only if they don't abuse it, am I justified in thinking this? This is what I asked you. And then you said
Yes.
only if you have a valid reason.
Yes,
So
yes.
this was
You are
like
justified.
denoting
Like
that
if
this
you
idea. Now,
was,
John, listen to me. John, listen to me. This is like you denoting that if they don't abuse it, this is not a valid reason for why they should have it, right? Because I gave you this criteria, and then you still told me that I would need a valid reason. So you are contradicting yourself by using this as a valid reason.
but okay. You said that if you was raised thinking that the woman should be the leader, right? Right.
Yeah, I
As long
should be necessarily led by women. My female counterpart should necessarily lead me because I was
yes,
raised like that. Am I
it,
justified in thinking that?
yes, you would be as long as you have a valid reason.
Okay,
you
so
would
John,
be.
so you think I'm justified? You think this proposition that women should necessarily lead men is justified, but you also think the proposition that men should necessarily lead women is justified. How do you think like these both can't be true at the same time?
You can't think that both of these ideas are justified at the same time.
This is you can't like they're contradictive to find them both to be justified. So like you're just like contradicting yourself in the sense that you can't find it to be the case that men should necessarily lead women if you also find it to be the case that women should necessarily lead men.
I don't think that's true. But you know what you were saying is
Wait, tell
is
me
a
why
what
it
if.
isn't true.
You was
No,
hold on.
John.
You said
Tell me
what
why
if.
it isn't true. No, John. Tell me why it isn't true that women should necessarily lead like men, but at the same time, men should necessarily lead women. Tell me how it isn't
No,
true
okay,
that can't be the case.
No, you're not listening.
Tell me
You
how
said no.
tell me how that could be the case. That both of those things could be true
You had
at the same
said
time.
you had said what if, right? What if you was raised in thinking that way that your female counterpart should lead you, right?
Right.
Right. And I say that like if you have a valid reason and you do your research and you find out that's how the world is and that's how it always has been, yes, you would have a valid reason in thinking that. But if you find the opposite of like that, you should be like, no, that was not how it was and not how it
Bro,
should be.
so you think that saying that the way that things is, like the way that things are, is like men are the leaders? Bailey, thank you so much for the galaxy. And like this is a valid reason for men ought to be the leaders?
Yes, like I said, I
Bro,
think they earned it.
then
You have earned
what is an
it.
is-ought bro, this is called an is-ought fallacy. It's a logical fallacy. A logical fallacy is not a valid reason. Hello?
Hey, not listening. I said
No,
I
I
think
am.
that
You said that the way that things are, or it is the case that male are the leaders, will justify that this ought to be the case. It's called an is-ought fallacy. It's
okay,
a
yes, I
logical
think
fallacy.
that.
So you're
Yes.
using a logical fallacy to like as a valid reason. No. Do you know what validity means when we talk about reasons or in a philosophical sense?
Yes.
Tell me.
Can you repeat that question?
What does validity mean when we're talking about like philosophical argumentation? Yo, $25 to kick this guy. $25 to kick this guy. No,
Yes.
like silence, gagged. Hello? I thought you just told me. I thought you just told me like you knew what I meant.
Can you what? Hold on, I can't really hear you. Hold on,
Bro,
let me repeat
oh my
one.
god.
Okay, repeat your question one more time.
Yeah. So, why is a logical fallacy a valid reason?
But like, I just okay. Look, you're not saying it. I think it is valid as a reason because that is just how thing is.
Right? And the way that how things is in proper like use of the language, by the way, that's not how you like. That's not proper grammar. It's the way that things are.
Yeah,
They're never going to justify the way that things should be. Why? Because
Okay,
it's an
okay,
is-ought
let me-
fallacy.
okay,
It's
okay,
no,
let
it's
me-
it's
let me-
literally it's
let me-
literally
let me give you
bro.
logic.
Listen to me. It
Your
is
logic.
unironically a fallacy. It is a fucking logical fallacy. Look up David Hume is-ought fallacy.
Let me give you a valid. Okay. Let me give you a.
Thank you for
Okay,
that
let's say
mustache.
okay. Okay, if you were to stay underwater for too long, you would drown because that's how things are, right?
No, you wouldn't drown because that's how things are. You would drown because humans are denser than water. Like, hello? I just gave you the justification for why that's the way that things are.
Like it was not said the same thing. It's because like men aren't it? They built society. They should have the right to lead it.
Why?
Literally just said why. They built it. They have the right to.
Yeah, and why does building something give you the right to lead it?
Okay, let me give you this. Let's say you're in a house and the person that pay for that house and pay all the bills have the right to set rules and how people should live in the house and not mess with their stuff because they paid for it because that's theirs. Like they built it.
Oh, wait. No, no, I get what you're saying. So if someone built something, they should have the right to lead it?
Absolutely.
Who builds men?
Woman.
Sophie, I appreciate
This
that
is-
$25 Venmo.
I really appreciate it. I really appreciate that $25 Venmo. All right, John. Anything else?
I was saying, but that's different though.
Anything else?
Like I was saying, we earned it. Like quite literally did. We earned it.
Why? John, you just said if you build something, you have the right to lead it. Who built men?
No, that is
Women. Women
that's
built.
different.
Every
Okay,
man
woman.
was built by a woman.
Okay, woman gave birth to men, right? Right. But what allowed women to give birth to men? Men, right?
Are you saying that a man allows a woman to give birth in a man? So you're saying like if a woman wants an
Well,
abortion?
okay, without
No,
okay,
no. So you're saying that like a woman is allowed
no,
to
no,
give
no.
birth because of a man? What?
No, I'm not saying allow. I'm not saying allow, but a
No,
man
that's
is
exactly what you
acquired.
said.
A man is acquired. It is equal. It is.
Wait, no,
quite
it's not
literally-
equal. No, a man spends. I mean, I bet you'd spend about like 25 seconds, and then the woman would spend about 9 months. It's not equal,
Okay, but without that man though, it wouldn't be possible.
right? So then, without the woman, it wouldn't be possible.
Exactly. That's why it's equal.
So, oh wait, so if it's equal, then one's not going to be greater, better than the other. Therefore, one's not going to be the necessary leader.
But like I was saying though,
So,
Okay.
I mean, if you think it's equal, then you're not going to think that women necessarily need men to lead them because that's inequality.
oh, okay. They're equal, right? Okay,
If
let's
they're
say,
equal, then why is one better than the other?
like I was saying, okay, let's say,
Oh, wait, I got the Venmo. Oh, wait, shit, I did. Oh, John, bro, fucking hell yeah, I gotta kick you. Wait, 1 second. Oh, yeah, no, I did. I'm so sorry, guys, I spaced out. Yo, that girl Persephone, thank you so much for the Venmo.
I really appreciate that $25 Venmo. I don't know like why that just like escaped out of my head. No, I did get a Venmo to kick him. I did get a Venmo to kick him. All right, well John, it looks like your necessary leader tonight was Sophia, a woman. Anyways, y'all, so we're going to go ahead and let the next guest up here. If you're enjoying the debates, let me know by tippity tapping away on that phone screen. We may hit a quick restart on the stream. I don't know why the numbers are performing so badly. Actually, we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So everyone, we are going to quickly restart the stream. Our numbers are not, I guess, not doing that well tonight. So everyone, hit that follow button right now. If you are in the requests, make sure you hop right back in the requests. We're going to hit a really quick live stream. I'm literally going to end it, then go right back live. I'm going to be back in like 15 seconds. So everyone just go to my profile and then like refresh twice. And then when you come back, I'm going to be live. Anyways, so we're going to do that right now. Just once again, restarting the live stream. So everyone come right back. We're going to go ahead and do that really, really, really quickly. I will see you guys in less than 15 seconds.